Okay, the next DIYs are going to be pretty easy. Check out these ceramic tiles that I found at the Crafter Square. They already have the cork on them. They're perfect coasters. I found them in square and circle shapes, and I thought these were great for crafting because they're blank. Isn't that cool? They're just like the ones that you find in the kitchen section, which you can use as well. We're going to be using cardstock and two free printables that I designed for these two coasters. And this is what they are. I designed a watercolor of a spring market and like a little spring bridge over a stream. I thought these look really well together and would be great spring coasters. I always love having seasonal coasters. So I printed mine out on cardstock, and I will include a link to the free printable for both of these. I sized them 4 inches by 4 inches, and it ended up being the perfect size. I sketched it out the first time, but it was not necessary and kind of got in the way. So if you print them out 100%, you should be able to get the perfect size for this. There's our little flower market and our flowers around a bridge. I think these images are so pretty. And so, yeah, definitely I will include a link to these. I think they would work for the circular coasters as well, if that's all that you can find or if that's what you prefer. And then I put a coat of Mod Podge on my coaster. Again, if you're just reusing the ones from the kitchen aisle, I think they're the same size. You would totally be able to get away with it if you print out on cardstock because you're not going to be able to see through this. I use Mod Podge on both and lay my paper right on top. The reason I print on cardstock is it doesn't wrinkle when you Mod Podge. You can start the drying process, which is what I did, but you really don't have to wait. And I love that. And I think it makes it more durable. I went over the top of it with more Mod Podge, and I'm just using a stencil dauber sponge from the Dollar Tree. It gives it this really great texture, and I don't get any brush strokes. Once I got that on there and dried, I just sanded the edges to make sure I didn't have any paper coming over the edges, especially the corners on these are slightly rounded, so that was very helpful for that part. And so when I continued to seal these, because I want them to be sealed really well because they are coasters, they're going to get wet. I don't have to worry about any of the paper coming over the sides. And I go over them, I think I went over them 3 times with the regular Mod Podge. And then I went over them with the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. I actually found this at Dollar Tree and it makes them dishwasher safe, so waterproof. So I thought that would be even better for the top coat. And again, using the stencil dauber, you can kind of see that really cool texture and going together with the watercolor theme of these two spring coaster DIYs were just so much fun to make and so easy. So be sure to look out for these little coaster. They're not really called coaster kits. These little coaster kits at the Crafter Square at Dollar Tree. But again, you could totally recreate with the ones from the kitchen section. I have done that before. But how fun is it to have a spring coaster or two? I really only need two for my like coffee table area, but I love how they turned out and I hope that you do too.